Hello, good day, beautiful people. I am the Inspirational ladynoble 365 Sarah. Welcome to my channel. I greatly appreciate you being here. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I trust you will love this vibe, and everything you need to know about me is in the description below. This be past, present, or future you or someone around you. So take what resonates, leave the rest for someone else. This is a general read. It's not a personal read. If you like a personal read, simply email me. I will hook you up. Remember that tarot is a tool. It's not the final rule. Thank you all for your love, your support, your kindness. All are welcome here and all contributions highly appreciated. Today we're talking to the zodiac sign of Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising, and placement in your chart, 10th house, okay, of career, okay, instruction, Capricorn, Capricorn, okay, Saturn energy, which is very prevalent at this time, representing structure and discipline, very ambitious energy and nature of Capricorn, very goal-oriented. When I think of Capricorn, I always think of the positive energy of the Capricorns that I have met in my lifetime. They're very driven and motivated, and when they find something they want to achieve or conquer, Capricorn is likely to achieve that goal. Very ambitious, very determined nature. You know, the kind of energy that does not allow any one person, place, or thing to get in their way of their growth of development. They become extremely hyper-focused on their goals. Okay? They're very good when it comes to saving and achieving. All right? Also very passionate. If they're into you, they're into you. If they're not, you will know. It's very straight, cut, and clear with Capricorns are beautiful people, okay? 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. Capricorn, we're starting off with the energy of the Five of Pentacles. And so, as I was just speaking about how frugal and wise Capricorns are when it comes to their finances, with the Five of Pentacles energy here, you could be maybe feeling disappointed regarding some kind of financial situation. You could be going over your books, going over your financial responsibilities. This could be something you could be in disagreements, maybe with you and your spouse. I see someone having a conversation like, what happened? I gave you the money. Why didn't you pay it? Okay, so this could be a couple disputing, whether you're married, you have a living spouse, or this could be a roommate situation, okay? Maybe you gave someone money to pay a certain bill, and maybe a notice arrived that it's past due. It did not get paid when you had given the money to make sure it was paid. The person could have possibly kept the money or paid a portion instead of paying it in full, okay? And as I just said, Capricorns, they're very structured, they don't, when it comes to their finances, they know how to save and they know how to be very responsible. And so, you're in the energy of wanting to release the idea of being in conflict when it comes to your finances or the structure in your home. It's in an upside down position here, the Five of Swords energy. And so, this person could have a lot of resentment towards lying to you or deceiving you, whether this is a roommate, a friend, or a living spouse. If they have lied to you and you gave them the money to make this payment, they are going to regret it. They will have a lot of resentment towards themselves about not being honest and crossing you. This could cause maybe a breakup, a separation, or this could cause for you to maybe choose to be the responsible one. Choose to be the responsible one when it comes to responsibilities around the home. Maybe you are maybe having a conversation, from now on, I'm just not going to trust you to make the payments. I'll make sure the money, the bill is paid. I won't ever trust you again. This person will have to earn your trust, okay? But I also see someone, if this is a roommate situation, separating, maybe finding somewhere else to live, getting their own place, or leaving where you are and moving in with someone else and having another roommate situation, okay? So, put it where it resonates. Some of you will stay with this person, but just change the way you do things, If they can't be trusted with money, well, you'll switch the responsibilities to where you'll be the one to pay this particular bill. This could have been something very important to you, like a mortgage or the rent, okay, a car note, insurance, something very important. It's not a utility bill, but something very important is something that does matter when it comes to security. And so this person, Capricorn, could be maybe choosing to, this is for someone, not everyone, but choosing to maybe leave, separate, move out, maybe move out and move somewhere, connect or hook up with someone from their past, okay? They may run into someone who may let them know that they have a housing opportunity or they're seeking a roommate, okay? And then I hear the Capricorn like, okay, fine, good, thank you. I can now get back to who I am. I can now get back to, my pinnacles, living a life of abundance and prosperity, okay? So I see someone being relieved, like, fine, if you want to move out, good. Okay? So I see the situation as a lesson learned. Okay, I see the situation as a lesson learned, Capricorn, moving forward. I don't see you in the future entrusting or putting your money in anyone else's hands to take care of such a large, I'm hearing vulnerable responsibility. Yeah, moving forward, you will take care of your own. Whatever needs to be paid, you'll just do it yourself. Mhm. Okay. So this experience of sharing your home and a responsibility, whether was a living spouse situation or a roommate situation, it was something that was meant to happen. Spirit is saying this is something that was meant to happen to show you what areas of your life needed to have a change or have an awakening, but to also show you that you can make it on your own. Capricorn, you are fully capable and able of being responsible, as well as successful, and just content, living your life and not being stressed out. It's a big deal, everyone has different living situations, but it's a big deal when you consider to take people into your home. It really is. Knowing whether you can trust someone, knowing, figuring out if they're responsible, are they going to be persistent and consistent with their responsibility, with what is their personality like? It's really a big deal. And so, Capricorn, you have to learn that moving forward, you may be someone who's just saying, you know what, I'm just going to live alone, stay independent. And also, when it comes to anything that needs to be done regarding my finances, I'll just take it myself. Okay? So you won't be so willing to trust someone with such a major responsibility, especially if this was something like your car note, car insurance, or a mortgage. Okay? All right? And so the next and the final card that we have for Capricorn is justice. And so now you will give yourself the justice of knowing what direction you want to go with, moving forward. You now know that the idea of having a roommate or a live-in spouse is a big, it's a big situation. It's a big idea. It's a really a large responsibility to consider, because whenever you are a couple or you have a family, every move you make, whether you're spending money, whether you're making a large purchase, whether you're making changes in your life, you have to consider everyone in the household, whether it's a roommate situation, whether you're married or not. And so you have decided, that what, I'm going to give myself the justice by being honest with myself, and I'm going to just, be independent and be single for now. Maybe you have considered possibly you may want to start a family or marry this person. Okay, that's for someone, not everyone. But you've come to the conclusion that for you to live alone at this time is best for you. Okay. And so, Capricorn, I also see you using this time to also enjoy being single as well. Enjoy your life of being single, and not obligating yourself to having so many responsibilities that you really don't have to be obligated to. You really don't have to assert yourself and be bothered with energy that's really not necessary. Okay? There are situations where maybe something may occur and maybe a friend or someone may need somewhere to stay temporarily, but this was a situation that you were just trying out to see would it work, and you figured it out. No, it's not working. So, like magic, I'm going to return back to myself so I can return back to the abundant person that I am and get this thief out of my household. Because I'm picking up they either kept the money or they paid partial of the bill. They didn't pay it at all, which means that makes them a thief. Or they kept partial of the money, half of the money, something like that, and that still makes them a thief. So this is someone that can't be trusted, but they're going to resent crossing you. Um, I'm picking up that where they are moving to, this person from the past here that they're moving with, they may run into someone from their past. And because they are in need of somewhere to go immediately, they're going to take the gesture or the idea of moving in with them. But one thing about when you come across, and this is what I'm about to say applies to everyone, people you have not seen, but you know them in their past. We never know what people have been up to since we last seen them. We never know what they are connected to, what their personality like, what their mental is like, okay, in the physical as well as spiritually speaking. You never know what a person has been up to since you last seen them. So they're going to take this idea to move in and become their roommate. But they're going to have a lot of resentment and regret ever crossing you. Because I'm picking up you were very kind and nice, and they had a lot of freedom living with you. It's just you drew the line when they chose not to be responsible and pay the bill that was required. Okay. And this new person that they're moving in with is going to be totally different. It's not going to be the same energy at all. Okay. Capricorn, you could be someone that keeps a very clean, nice, orderly home. This person could live in an environment that's very filthy, unkept, unhealthy environment. You could be someone whom always, maybe this person gave you so much on the food. There was always food available. They always had full access to everything, when it comes to food, Wi-Fi, a clean environment. It's just a major difference. And they're going to go into reflection and have a lot of resentment. Don't be surprised, Capricorn, if this person tries to reach out to you and apologize, okay? All right, so this concludes the reading. Later.